This is going to be a quick guide for Augmentation Evoker in the War Within. Starting off with our set bonus, we have Destroyer's Scarred Wards. Upheaval deals increased damage and increases the damage of your next two eruption casts. And Ebon Might increases primary stats by an additional percentage of your own every 2 seconds it remains active, up to 2%. The rotation is actually the same in this season for both Mythic Plus and Raiding, which is really nice. And we are going to be using Chrono Warden for both of them. Chrono Flame is the main one, where your living flame is now called Chrono Flame, and it's a bit better. And then the rest of the hero talents kind of just slowly enhance some of our other spells. So with Prescience, this is the main one you'll be using. Use it on a major DPS player or players. Grants an ally the gift of Foresight, increasing their critical strike chance and occasionally copying their damage and healing spells at 15% power. It will affect nearby allies unless you specifically choose them, by the way. Blistering Scales, you're going to keep this on the tank at all time. It's going to add blistering scales to the tank, protecting them, as you can see rotating around my character at the moment, increasing their armor by 30% of your own. Melee attacks against the target cause a scale to explode, dealing volcanic damage to them and enemies near them. Then we have Ebon Might. You want to keep this up on people as much as possible, and some of our other abilities will be extending it. Increases your 4 nearest allies' primary stat by 5% of your own, causing you to deal more damage for 10 seconds, but it may only affect 4 allies at once and prefers to imbue damage dealers. And some of our other spells, as I said, will extend this effect. Then we have Breath of Eons. You want to use this after, because this is the priority, basically left to right. And as you can see, it's actually going to put this effect onto our enemies. You fly to the targeted location, exposing temporal wounds on your enemies. Temporal wounds accumulate a percentage of damage dealt by your allies affected by Ebon Might, and then critically strike for that amount as arcane damage. And it will also apply Ebon Might for 5 seconds. Then we have Tip the Scales. This is going to make your next Empower spell cast at maximum Empower. Can you see there, it just done an instant one on my Fire Breath? Well, you inhale, stoking it in a flame and releasing it in a cone in front of you. Increases the duration of your active Ebon Might effects for 2 seconds. So again, that's going to increase the duration of Ebon Might effects. And we can use it at 1, 2, or 3 in power. Always use it at level 1 in power, unless you're using it with Tip the Scales, which will automatically do it at the maximum. So what you can do is you can click it, and you can see it's ramping up, and we can release it in the first part, basically to release it in part 1. Then we have Upheaval. Sometimes this will proc due to something called Essence Burst. Sorry, no, that's Eruption. Ignore me. I just realised what I'm saying. They look the same. Gather Earthen Power beneath you and send your enemies hurtling upwards, dealing volcanic damage. Use this at rank 1 as well, unless you need the bigger radius from rank 2 and 3. And then we have Eruption. This is how you're going to spend your essence. And this is your, you can see here, you have 3 out of 5 essence, now 4, and they are actually going to recharge. Eruption is our main essence spender. And basically it causes a violent eruption beneath the enemy's feet, dealing again volcanic damage split between them, and increases the duration again of Ebon Might effects by 1 second. If it ever procs, use it. It is from this here, Essence Burst, where your living flame, now known as Chrono Flame, has a chance, and your Azure Strike has a chance to make your next eruption cost no essence. What is Azure Strike? Well, this is this one here. We're just going to use this if we're moving around, because it's an instant attack. So it's a great thing to use on the move. And then as a filler, we're just going to use Chrono Flames here. And that really is all there is to it for playing Augmentation Evoker in the War Within. If you would like a much more in-depth guide, then check out the pinned comment, and in the description I've put a link to my full guide for Augmentation Evoker in the War Within for you, where we go over everything rather than just the rotation. If you would like, you can also join my Patreon, link in the description for that, where you can get VIP support in Discord for any questions you may have in World of Warcraft, for any spec, etc., or general gameplay. You can get macros to make your life easier that I've compiled for all specs and classes, and you can get my LVI UI profiles that are not shown here. And if you're looking for other quick guides, check out this playlist on my channel, as I've done all of them, PvE and PvP, for you.